Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this lazy daisy. Now it looks a bit complicated, but once you get the hang of making it, it's actually very simple. I think even once your kids get sewing, they're going to love to sew this too. Okay, let's start and see how we do it. Oh, by the way, I'm Trixie. You can find me over at Sew a Softie and colouredbuttons.com, where you'll find lots of sewing tutorials and tips and tricks to sew with your kids. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is threaded needle. You can use thicker thread like embroidery cotton, sewing cotton, anything you want. Whatever you've got, you can use. The difference is you can just see it's a thicker cotton, thinner cotton. If you're using the thinner cottons, you might like to double it over, but then it's all a matter of experimenting and see what you like and works for you. Let's get started. So there's my daisies. So the first thing you might want to do is just get a pencil and just draw roughly where you want your daisy to be. So I've done a dot in the middle. I hope you can see that. I'm just going to do 5 petals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to start off with the thicker thread. This is like, the daisy embroidery thread, and all I've done, let's get that out of the way, is tie a knot in the end. So I'm going to start in the middle where that dot is. It's going to be my first stitch. Now, I'm going to loop the thread around, and I'm going to go back to my first, where my thread came out of the felt, more or less, and I'm going to push my needle through along that line I did for my first petal, and I'm going to pull. Now you want to keep that nice loop. You can see, I hope the loop is there. It's nice. Now I'm just going to push my thread back. So what you want to do is you're going to put your needle onto the other side of the thread where the loop is. So I'm going to push it down. I'm just going to show you. So when you do that, your stitch is holding the petal into place. Okay, you're going to go back to the center of your daisy. It's often easy, just turn your work as you go along. You're going to make that little loop, push your needle back through the center and push it up where the end of your petal is. Pull. You have that nice petal shape. And again, you're just going to put your needle on the other side of the thread that makes your petal. And take it down. Okay? Back to the center. Oops, sorry. Okay, that's about the right place. Turn your work around. Make the little loop. You back to the center again. Take the needle up at the end of your thread, pull till you have your nice petal shape. And again, you're going to take your thread, your needle, and put it on the other side of the petal. And this time I'm going straight back to the center of my flower. So I can do that in one stitch, bit of a tug. Okay, so we've got 3 petals. I'm going to turn it around again. Oops, dropped my needle. These flowers look really great on clothing, denim jackets, bookmarks. I'll show you in a moment a bookmark I made. Just turn this around so you can see there's the petal. I'm taking the needle to the other side of the petal, back into the center. I'm going to turn my work around. Okay, and from the center to the end of the petal. This time I'm just going to show you a different way. You can just do that, and then you can wrap your petal around the needle. So there you have your 5 stitches. Now I'm just going to show you how to end it. Take your thread to the back of your work and just put your needle under the closest stitch like that. When you have a loop, you're just going to thread your needle through the loop, give it a little bit of a tug, and you've got a knot. Okay, I'm going to just end that now. So there's your daisy. Oh, it's a bit messy. Get a bit nervous when I make videos. So now I'm just going to take my green thread to make a stem. I'm going to make the stem just in one stitch. So I just want it about there, so take it down. There's my stem. If you'd like to do a leaf, you do exactly the same as your petals. You're just going to bring the needle back up onto the stem. And make your little loop. Needle in. I haven't drawn the leaf, but doesn't matter. Roughly whatever size. I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter because I want more of a leaf shape rather than a petal shape. I'm going to take my thread needle to the back. And there you've got your petal. I'm just doing one petal for this time. Again, take it to the back to end it. Take your needle under the closest bit of thread. When you get your loop, you're going to put your needle through the loop, and that makes a knot. Now, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to do a little French knot in the middle of my daisy. There's another tutorial if you want on how to make French knots in my tutorial list. So starting from the back, again, French knots are really fun. I'm going to wrap the thread around my needle twice. You can do it once or twice, it doesn't matter. And then very carefully, I'm just putting the needle back through the center of my flower. And there's your lazy daisy stitch. Take it to the back. End it. Okay. And there's your lazy daisy. I've done one here on the end of a bookmark. If you want to see this bookmark tutorial, you can also find it in my YouTube tutorial list. Hope you like the tutorial. See you in the next tutorial.